I will start with counting breath. Breathing in, count 001. Breathing out, count 001. Breathing in, count 002. Breathing out, count 002. Breathing in, count 003. Breathing out, count 003. I found 3 ideas that stuck with me. The first idea is about we as humans, we have been in the longest peaceful period in human history. It is one of the longest peaceful that we know, actually. Since after World War II, so it about 80 years that almost no big war or major war. And the interesting point is that as human thinking process, we often think that this peaceful period will continue, or at least it should be the same. In the reality, that's maybe not true. And the truth is that in the history, we have many wars, and this is the normal part or the important part of the history. Because when there are limit resource and then there are more people, this will happen. So it is the same condition, the same cause that will create the same effect during this time. So this can explain about the current or the present situation that are happening many places in the world right now. Regardless of our opinion, whether we like it or not, or we agree with it or not, the truth doesn't care about our opinion, actually. And the second point about the story of Viktor Frankl, that he wrote the book named Men Search for Meaning. And he was in the concentration camp during World War II. And he was facing the most challenging condition that we cannot imagine. But somehow he can manage himself, most importantly internally, to get through that challenge, that test, and be able to teach or write one of the most important books in human history for us, the later generation. And I found that anyone that have a chance to read or understand this book, we will be very fortunate without going through the same situation that Viktor Frankl been through. And the third idea is about the idea of doing hard thing. I found it's very interesting that some new generation of entrepreneur or builder, they encourage about doing hard thing and not be fearful about doing hard thing. The very interesting point is that from human evolution perspective, we live like in 100,000 years ago as gather hunter species, that most of the time we gather for food, we hunting for food, we live in the forest, okay, or we live in the cave, and we live in the small tribe. And we can imagine that most of the time it's not the convenient time or the comfortable time. Most of the time it will be the difficult time, very challenging time. And if we don't get the food, that means we don't have the food to eat maybe for a few days or even several days. We will need to try to do everything just to survive each day, right? So that means this is not good or bad, right or wrong, but this is pretty much the real reality of our evolution about where we are and who we are really naturally, biologically. But when we develop into the modern society, especially this time, we have a lot of technology that can improve our life and bring a lot of convenient and comfortable. So everything have both side, upside and downside. The convenient side and the comfortable side, okay, is the upside, and it have the downside is that it's not aligned correctly with our evolution, our natural tendency, our natural body and brain way of functioning, and it create a lot of misalignment, unnecessary stress, unnecessary mental issue, and unnecessary physical issue as well. When we consider about the idea of doing hard thing, actually it from the evolution perspective of gather hunter human tribe. That means we go back to our root, to where we come from, to we really are in the deeper biological level. And the paradox is that it may create inconvenient, uncomfortable at the beginning, like when we playing the sport or we exercise or we try to have the healthy food or we try to sleep earlier and try to get up earlier. It's not easy, and actually it's really difficult for many people or even for most of us. But if we can do it consistently, like start from the small step, small action, try to do it consistently over time. It's like kind of skill. It's like kind of sport that when we practice it consistently, like every day, we will be good at it over time, and it will be easier or much easier for us. And finally, we may not hate it or dislike it. Even we may like it or even love it after long enough, consistently period of time. And that is very interesting because for the convenient and for the comfortable thing, it can give us the short term pleasure or happiness, but it will create the long term inconvenient and uncomfortable, that I would call it suffering. And for doing the hard thing is may give us short term inconvenient, short term uncomfortable, but in the long term, it will give us the more sustainable, healthy, and happiness. And this is the most important thing that we really need. Because if we don't have the healthy, if we don't have the sustainable happiness, it's like the car that in the good condition and have the good lubricant oil, so we can travel a long distance. But if we are not healthy, we don't have the sustainable happiness, we will be like the broken car, the very low quality car that have many issues, that have many problems, and it also don't have the good lubricant oil. So we can imagine that when we travel the long distance, it will break very often, and we cannot reach our destination. We cannot travel the long distance. We will break and stop at only the very short distance. That is the cost and the effect. That quite simple and straightforward. If we can be more conscious, if we can more focused, if we can choose to do the minimum action to be in the right state, right internal state, or I would call the set to, that we can access to the better emotion, better feeling inside, better thinking inside. So this is key points, key things, key matter that I would like to share with you today. And I think maybe some of you may be thinking about this matter, maybe wondering about this matter, maybe figuring out about this matter, and if it can be useful or helpful, this video in this morning will achieve its meaning and purpose already. And with you start this day with your level 2 and maintain the level 2 throughout the day. And you may face the difficulty or you may face the hardship, but you will be like the healthy car with the good lubricant oil and with the skill that you practice every day. You will be able to drive through it, to get through it beautifully, peacefully, as much as possible. That will reflect the inside level of your practice. And that's all for today. Until we see again.